Alright, this is Vegeta8259, and I'm making this video to tell you guys that I finished painting my high-grade Sinanju. Well, not really, because I'm recording this before I'm done. But I just wanted to show you guys these decals first. Now, as some of you may remember, when I first reviewed this guy back in, I think, late October, early November, somewhere around there, I said that I wasn't going to paint him until these decals came out. Well, they came out like the last week of December, and they got to me about the first week of January, and they're here, and I've finally gotten around to painting Sinanju. So here they are. These are the decals for the high-grade Universal Century Sinanju. And just like for the high-grade Unicorn Gundam, these are basically just a 1:144 scale copy of the Master Grade decals. As you can see on the back, they give you a little preview of what they'll kind of look like. And yeah, I'm hoping that these will make my high-grade Sinanju look pretty nice. Now, the only bad thing about these, and the high-grade Unicorn Gundam decals had the same problem, is that if you look, you can see that these aren't numbered. There are no numbers or letters to give you any indication of which decals go where, and that can be kind of frustrating. The only real way to deal with that problem is if you have a Master Grade Sinanju, you can simply break out your Master Grade manual, flip back to the back, and you're kind of just going to have to look at the decals themselves and try to guess which ones go where. And with a kit where you've got this many decals that are this small, it can be pretty frustrating. That's what I had to do on my Unicorn Gundam, and somehow I got by, and I'm going to have to do the same thing on Sinanju. But the other decal sets that Bandai makes for their Master Grades, those are all numbered, so you got no problem applying those. But the ones for the high grades, at least Sinanju and Unicorn, anyway, are a little bit more difficult because you gotta guess where you're going to be putting these things. Anyway, I'm going to put these on and then come back and show you the finished kit. Alright, so about a week later, here we are with the painted and completed kit. So anyway, as you can tell, I've gone with basically a straight up copy the box art color scheme. I just used some just straight red for the red parts, straight black for the black parts. The yellow is a kind of a yellow that I mixed up, added a little bit of orange to it to give it that orangey look. The gray I had to mix up myself to make it match the color of the gray plastic that the parts were molded in. The white is just straight white, and the gold is a brass enamel paint that I used. And I think that's about it. Used fluorescent green for the mono eye, but you can barely even see that anyway. So, let's take a look at Sinanju. Move this camera down a little bit, and here we go. So yeah, I did airbrush this, but I didn't do anything fancy, no pre-shading or anything. I just went with a straight out of the box color scheme, and yeah, for some reason or another, this kit gave me a lot of problems. Not the kit itself, but everything I was doing to the kit seemed to be going wrong. The paint took a really long time to dry. Took like twice as long as it usually does. And the decals really screwed up, but somehow I managed to fix those. Anyway, basically what happened is I applied it after I finished painting it. I applied the decals, and they were fine then, but when I sprayed on my top coat, all of the decals just like turned completely white. Like they just clouded over and they were just white. And that's happened to me before, but never on every single decal on the entire kit. It usually only happens on like 1 or 2 decals the entire kit, but never on all of them. So needless to say, I was a bit frustrated. So I really just a shot in the dark. I got out some different solvents and tried applying them to the decals to see if any of them would help. Luckily enough, the first solvent I used, which was rubbing alcohol, turned out to work. Basically, I just took some rubbing alcohol and used an eyedropper to drop it on the decals and just let it sit there, and after about a minute or two, the decals, the cloudy white part just kind of started to clear up a little bit, and after about 3 or 4 minutes, it had completely gone away, and the decals looked like this, exactly where they should. So just by pure luck, I found out that alcohol can remedy the decals clouding up due to the top coat. And I honestly still can't figure out why the decals screwed up like that, because on my high grade and master grade Unicorn Gundams that I just finished a few months ago, I used the exact same paints that I used on Sinanju. I used the exact same decals, official Bandai water slides, and I used the exact same top coat. But on those 2 Unicorn kits, I had no problems whatsoever. I don't know why they wanted to screw up so bad on Sinanju. But I did get them fixed, so at least the kit is finished. It's behind me, and I'm ready to move on. So anyway, I did do, let's see, I think just one slight little modification to Sinanju. As you can see on his beam rifle, I added him some little clear green lenses. And what this is the wave option parts, little green lenses. Got some little Gundam shaped eyes here. I've never used those though. And I got these from HLJ. They weren't very much. I can't even tell. It doesn't say on the back how much they cost, but they weren't very much at all. And I just glued those onto the beam rifle just to give it a nice little lens right there. And I think that's about it. The weapons, here they are. Beam sabers and beam axes look pretty much the same, just with decals. And so yeah, I guess that pretty much does it for Sinanju. Pretty straightforward, not really a lot to talk about other than my troubles trying to actually get this thing painted. It was almost as if the kit itself didn't want to be painted. So anyway, hopefully my next project will be a bit more smooth. So with that, I guess that does it, and I'll see you guys next time.